Hi everyone, my name is Anthony Uribe, and this is my valuation report for Finance 4380. We're going to start off with a summary of salient facts on the subject property. The property type is a single-family residence. It's located in 216 Westmont Drive, Alhambra, California. Property rights appraised, it's fee simple estate. The purpose of the appraisal is to determine the as-is market value of the unencumbered simple estate in the subject property. The client/intended use and users is Jorge and Alma Uribe. The intended use of this appraisal is to assist the client in determining an appropriate offer price for a property in an attractive neighborhood near their current residence. Improvements. So to start off with, the lot is 9,399 square feet with a 2,039 square foot Spanish style single family residence. The house contains 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, 2-car garage, a driveway for additional 2 parking spaces. Some additional improvements include a back patio, a pool house. Zoning, it's an R1 single family residential, which means that the highest and best use is single family residential use. Relevant dates, the date of my opinion is November 24th and the date of report is November 27th. Here I also included my final sale comparison approach price, which came out to be $1,035,771. Here we have the subject location map. So it's located right here in this red pin, right at the center of this map, which, as you can see, is located fairly closely to the 710 entrance, the 10 entrance, the 110 entrance as well. It also has many parks located nearby, which are walking distance, but also very commutable. We have a more commercial area that has restaurants and bars and stuff of that nature on the northeast side of the city, somewhat separated from our residential use, so it's not going to be a lot of noise. We do have California State University, which is in the neighboring city, fairly close by, an easy commute. Here I wanted to show what the subject looked like. As you can tell, it's Spanish style. It has that familiar Spanish style roof with those clay shingles on the top. We have a pool on the right hand side here. It's just covered. As you can see, the patio as well. And then here is an aerial view of it. As you can see, the house. We have some more additions on the right side, which is the garage and the pool house. Here we have comparative 1, also somewhat similar to that styling, Spanish style. And then I also included a photo of the pool. Comparative 2 is a little bit different. It's a traditional house. And here are some more photos of it. And this one also contains a pool. Now we're going to move on into the Uniform Residential Appraisal Report. So here, same type of information that's on the salient section. Some other information is assessor's parcel, but was located here. We were able to find anything else on here that it's located in an urban area. Most of the area is already built up, so the growth is slow since it's already been used up. What else about it? We already went over the neighborhood description. It's near those areas, 710, I-10, 110 freeways, multiple parks. There's multiple schools nearby, including the Alhambra High School, which is highly rated, and the popular main street with bars and shops. Next, public utilities, electric, gas, water, sanitary sewer, all of these are here. I was also able to find the flood hazard area, and it's not located in the FEMA flood zone. It's located in FEMA flood zone X, and the FEMA map number is 06037C1635 Frank. FEMA map date 09/26/2008. Again, here we have more general description. It's a 1 unit, concrete slab foundation, Year built is 1927, so that gives an effective age of 96 years. Um, some of the materials is concrete, stucco, clay shingles. Floors are laminated and tile. Walls are plastered finish. Trim is wood. Bath floor is tile. Okay, we're going to continue on. So the condition of the property does show a little bit of deterioration. The roof needs some fixing. The pool is not in working condition. The interior also needs some renovations because of how outdated the decorations are. The paint and cabinet, it looks a little bit outdated. Um, are there any physical deficiencies or adverse conditions? The only thing that I can think of is that the front entrance is only accessible through stairs. There's also a back entrance from a separate street, which is level to the actual house, and that is where the garage and the driveway are located. So that's a little bit of an issue if they're um, have disabilities. So we're actually going into the place where we show the comparables. Comparable one, we're going to start off with comparable one. Oh, we'll start off with the subject, actually. So fee simple, site is this much square feet, 9,399. Spanish style, quality of construction is average. The age is 96. Condition is below average. And again, here we have bedrooms and baths and gross living area. So comparable one, some things that differ and that we made adjustment is the actual age. So for the ages, I decided that since they don't really differ that much, we're only gonna make $300 adjustments for every year. So this one differs 3 years. It's older by 3 years. So we went ahead and made an adjustment, $900. The condition of this comparable is superior, so we made an adjustment down, 21,940. And then the number of bedrooms and baths is different. There's one less bath and one less bedroom. So I made an adjustment for baths to be 2,000 and bedrooms and rooms to be 4,000. And then we also have the GLA. Since they don't differ that much, it was only 2,000. So I'll go into that later on how I made those into those adjustments right after I go over. Oh, yes. So I'll do that soon. So right here, we also have another adjustment for the porch and patio. Since this one doesn't have that, it's another adjustment, 4,000. The net adjustment total is $13,040. I have a net adjusted percentage of 1.19, a gross adjusted percentage of 2.63, fairly low, and the adjusted sale price came out to 1,083,960. On the other hand, for comparable sale number 2, this house has a sale price of $999,880. Um, some adjustments that I made are 300 for the age. And since this has a better age, it's a little bit younger by 1 year. It's only $300. It's superior condition also, so 19,997. And then bedrooms and baths, it's only 4,000 since it's only one difference in rooms. 17,000 square feet is a big difference from the 2,393 GLA. So I made an adjustment for 4,000 again, same as the bedroom number. That came out to a net adjustment price of 12,297 and an adjusted sale price of $987,583. These percentages are a little bit concerning just because of how high they are. So that's a little bit of an issue. I also did research on the transfer history. So we have some information on the subject. So the date prior sale transfer, the most recent one before is March 4th, 2022. And that was sold at $925,000. And we found this on Redfin, which has some public records about this information. Comparable sale number 1 also had some information about prior sales. It was sold on August 31st, 2023 for $635,000, and it was also found on Redfin. So again, I just want to let you know that these are the most closest in proximity to the subject, and although they were similar, they're not identical. Thus, the paired cell cannot be used for adjustments. Instead, adjustments from homework questions and the comparative approach Excel were used in this situation. So what that means is that I used our prior situations. So here, as you can see, the methods that I use to reach adjustments are for comparative 1 and comparative 2 are shown here. So in class, we went over a homework problem, and we came to the conclusion that for a bathroom, an extra bathroom, it comes out to $2,000, and an extra bedroom comes out to $4,000. On this right side, we have another assumption that I made. So this came out from the Excel sheet that we used in class. So for conditions, if the condition of a comparable was superior to the subject, we made a 2% adjustment. So that's what I used for my comparables. As you can see here, this incomparable one is $21,940 is only 2% of this sale price. The $19,997 is only 2% of comparable sale price number 2. And then here, 6,000 is the adjustment price for 4,000 for one room, and then the 2,000 for one missing bath. And then this side, comparable 2 is only missing one bedroom. So that's what it came out to, or one room, $4,000. So in the end, I came out with the indicated value by cell comparison to be $1,035,771. We'll go into that later on how I calculated that, but we used the adjusted sell price and for both comparables. Okay, we're going to go into the narrative at the beginning. So my research consisted of exploring the MLS website Redfin to see what other properties surrounded the subject. I explored the street view and photos of the exterior and interior of the property on this website. I actually also drove to the neighborhood and performed a visual observation of the public road. I didn't enter the properties, but I just saw them from the outside. I discovered local zoning ordinances from subjects and comparable properties on Redfin, found public record of history of ownership, and I also researched the flood map on FEMA.gov. Analysis, I chose 2 comparable properties based on their similarities to the subject. I also referred to the previous homework examples and sales approach Excels for the adjustment prices. And I compared features of comparables to reach opinion on appropriate subject price. Ultimately, I reached a final opinion using sales comparison approach. So some comments on the sales comparison approach. Comparable 1, located in 200 Westmont Drive, Alhambra, California, 91801. This property is only located at 4 houses north of the subject. The sale price is this. The property was the most like the subject, only varying in age, condition, room count, and patio. So I made the adjustment prices referring back to the homework examples and sales comparison Excel. So 2,000 for an additional bath, 4,000 for a bedroom, and 2% of sale price for superior condition. So I made an adjustment of 900 for age, 6,000 for a room count, 4,000 for patio, and negative adjustment for $21,940 for condition, and 2,000 for GLA. Comparable to this one varied a little bit differently from or what I mean is that it was the most different from the subject. It's located 5 houses south of the subject. The sale price was $999,880. And This one differed with its age, condition, bedroom count, and GLA. There was a negative adjustment of 300 for being 1 year younger, a negative adjustment of 19,997 for having superior condition, and a positive adjustment of 14,000 for missing bedroom, and 4,000 for adjustment for GLA. So in the end, the value conclusion by the sales comparison approach, the two comparable properties range from $999,880 and $1,097,000. Comparable one is more reliable sales price because of its lower net adjustment at 1.19% and gross at 2.63, while comparable two had a questionably high net at 81.31% and gross at 35.33. The average of both adjusted comparable sales price is $1,083,960. And then comparable number two is 987,583. So these two prices, I used their average, and I came out with my final sales comparison approach with $1,035,771. So that concludes my valuation report. Thank you.